Hello, I'm Vila Spiderhawk, and I'm going to read an excerpt from Forest Song, Little Mother. This book is available for $2.99 at Amazon's Kindle store, at Barnes & Noble's Nook store, and at my website, www.vilaspiderhawk.com. When he had finished, every person was tilted toward him. Matkalasu's eyes, deep green with enchantment. The silence smelled of spring and of fear and of hope. Startled, I twitched when a man who'd lit the torches posed a question to the erstwhile Moses. The others flinched too, then, remembering their posture, returned to their peculiar slouching. What makes this night different from all other nights? I'd never met the young man and did not know his name, but assumed he was Jewish and would therefore understand the meaning of the ritual meal. Eric answered the novice indulgently, as if the curious man were his son. Any other night we may eat leavened or unleavened bread, but on this night only unleavened bread. Any other night we may eat any kind of herb, but on this night we eat only bitter herbs. Leaning forward, his voice as smooth and rich as mulled honey, the newcomer posed another neophyte's question, and I wondered if the dialogue had been engineered to explain the meal to those who were not Jewish. Why is it on all other nights we may eat matzah or bread, but on this night we are permitted to eat only matzah? The young man's hands were long and slender, a pianist's hands, and his brown eyes were earnest and deep. His cheeks were hollow and smooth, and his wiry brown hair was just a little too long. He seemed a brooder, a poet, a man who'd be at home in the salons of the 18th century. He was the kind of man, I thought, whom Bozena could love, and I smiled a secret smile behind my hand. So in haste they baked their bread without any yeast, thus creating the first matzah, the bread of captivity. I had missed the first half of Eric's response and berated myself for inattention. Why is it that on all other nights we may eat any kind of herb, but on this night we eat only bitter herbs? The young man smiled at Bozena, and just as importantly, Bozena smiled broadly back at him. I resolved that I would somehow finagle a fitting introduction once the Seder was over. We eat only maror, a bitter herb, to remind us of the bitterness our forebears endured when they suffered under Egypt's enslavement. I hadn't eaten any bitter herbs. I hadn't eaten anything except for a sprig of salty parsley, and as hungry as I was, I knew my stomach would roar if I didn't get some nourishment soon. I placed my hand on my belly and focused my attention on preventing it from making a scene. I missed the young man's next question and gritted my teeth over being so easily distracted. We dipped twice, a sprig of parsley into salted water. Eric gestured to the parsley and the luminous white bowl in the center of the Seder plate, and maror, a bitter herb, in the charoset, a sweet mixture of apples and walnut and wine. He pointed to the mound of brown pasty stuff. The first dip represents replacing tears with gratitude. The second dip, maror in charoset, reminds us that we all have the power to sweeten the burden of bitterness and pain. While the symbolism of the meal appealed to me, I hoped there would be more to eat. Again, this is from Forest Song, Little Mother. This book is available for $2.99 at Amazon's Kindle store, at Barnes & Noble's Nook store, and at my website, www.vilaspiderhawk.com.